She's one of the most loved characters ever to grace the cobbles, as a resident of Coronation Street for over 4 decades.
Yes, and with 5 husbands, a son like David and a mother like Audrey, it's certainly not been easy for Gail Platt. She's great.
Helen Worth, who plays Gail, joins us now. What do you think when you look back at that?
Well, it's just lovely to see it all, isn't it? And all those stories and all those lovely people. And it's just, well, it's lovely. Thank you for such a lovely montage.
Well, we'll send it to you, no problem. You can use it for your CV.
Yeah.
Actually, what's lovely is that everybody can go and have a look back, can't they, at Coronation Street at the moment? Because I know the ITV Hub has got Coronation Street going back to 1995.
Yeah.
Britbox has got 30 iconic episodes as well. So it does feel that there's this real nostalgia around Coronation Street, even more so at the moment.
Perhaps that's what people need at this time. But I believe the episodes that are going back are when Ivy Tilsley, my mother-in-law, who was such a wonderful character, Lynn Perry, she decided to leave her money when she died to Nick, but only if he changed his name back, because he was a Platt, only if he changed his name back to Tilsley.
Even after death, she was trying it on.
Even after death, isn't that wonderful? I love it.
Well, the Platt family are never more than an episode or two away from disaster, trauma, trials and tribulations. So, so at the moment we've got David, who is right at the centre of.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, you've got Shona, who was shot on Christmas Day. She's been in the induced coma, and she hasn't seen him for ages. And so there is this when you know she just doesn't. This is heartbreaking. Doesn't recognise him.
Isn't that awful? He's having to, which of course is causing him to behave very strangely, which he usually does do, but even more so this time because your wife not recognising you, that's pretty hard going, isn't it?
And so she's back next week, and so I guess people, viewers, want to know where this storyline is going to go, and is there any chance for them to rekindle that relationship?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, because of lockdown, I haven't got any scripts, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on. So I can't tell you. I can't give anything away, which is lovely, it's safety, but I can't give anything away because I actually don't know.
Well, one thing I think you probably do know pretty well, and there was a lot of speculation that that was it. David would go, and that you and he are certainly for the foreseeable future absolutely tied to Corrie.
Well, I hope I'm not going anywhere. I haven't heard anything. I do think nobody's told me anything, but we are going back in a few weeks, I think. It's all been organised by ITV. Everything will be safe for us to go back, and we will start filming again to put more programmes back on, hopefully. I don't know. I don't know. We could even get back up to 6 a week, I think.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, the worry is that it was always a concern that that we would run out of Corrie and it would just stop. And so getting you guys back in again, has there been discussion as to how it would be done? Because I know Neighbours, they started first, they were doing their social distancing and seeing how they could make it work. What about you guys?
Well, I think Ian said there'll be some reference to COVID-19, but I'm not again. I'm not sure how much. It would all be speculation on my part, to be honest. But I do know they've been working on it since lockdown started. So they will have come. The writers are brilliant at coming up with ideas when they need to, and I don't see this time being any different.
So what would be nice is if this time in lockdown the writers have come up with a new love interest, a new relationship, but a successful one this time, because, you know, she's been married 5 times. Would you like to see her?
4 of them have died.
I mean, it's not a great track record.
Four of them have died.
Haven't they?
Have they?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, 4 have died.
I forget.
How casual.
So would you like to see that on the cards for her?
What would that be, 6? It's quite a lot, isn't it? How many did Elizabeth Taylor have?
Yeah, about that.
It was around about that, yeah.
Around about that. Well,
She needs a bit of love, though, doesn't she? She needs a bit of something nice to
support,
look
I think.
forward to.
Oh,
Yeah.
she has love from her children. They might not show it, but they do love her. And her mum. Her mum loves her too. I mean, last week at that birthday party that my mum and I had together, I mean, she showed how much she loved me.
No, she did. Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
it's true. It's true. And actually, between you ladies who work together, I mean, there is a real affection for one another. And because you haven't been together for 7 weeks, you've got a group that you all chat on. Tell us about that.
A WhatsApp group that they allowed me into. I think I'm the oldest member, but anyway, they let me join, and I read and I watch what's going on, but I'm not very good at getting back. In time, by the time I've WhatsApped back, they've moved on 3 subjects. But I am always there in spirit. In fact, I've just seen on my phone that Sally Whittaker has just WhatsApped me to tell me that I'm on next.
Oh, thanks, Sally.
Well, that's good of her. And how is lockdown? What are you doing? Baking?
Yeah, well, you know, when I'm working, I'm away from home a lot. And so this has been a time when my husband and I can be together for, you know, a long time. And it's been lovely. It really has. We go on walks, and so I'm very fortunate. I realise how fortunate I am that we can just be together and get through this time, and then we'll get back to normal.
Well, in our last 30 seconds, we will just mention that you're working with the White Lion Foundation. That's the fight against illegal wildlife trades in Asia, and that's something that you're working very hard on.
That's right. The White Lion Foundation, if you go to their website, you can read all about the snow leopards. And there's a beautiful bit of film there as well. Oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Look at that tail.
Well, point everyone in the direction of the website and our app. And
Helen,
thank you for
you.
talking
Lovely
to us.
to talk to you.
Lovely to
Stay
speak
safe.
to you.
Lovely to talk to
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.